Good evening, everyone. This is your Husky Report for May 13th. Last night we had the boys basketball awards ceremony. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. A couple things before we get to the awards, though. Coach Kelly Haberling is going to be stepping down as the assistant coach. As you may know, he is the head golf coach for both the boys and the girls team, and it was announced last night that he and his wife are expecting an addition to their family. So congratulations to Coach Haberling on the addition to your family. Jeff Newharth is now the new head JV coach, taking over for Coach Haberling, and then Coach Manny Scarman will be taking over the C team, and he moves over from JV junior high girls. Excuse me. So the Huskies are only going to have three coaches for the varsity team for 2020-2021, and that is going to be Jake Otkin will still be the head coach, Jeff Newharth, and Manny Scarman. Coach Otkin said in his remarks last night that they wanted stability for the team going forward, so that is why they decided to go ahead and keep the three coach system in place. So congratulations to Coach Newharth and Coach Scarman on their new positions. And again, for Coach Haberling, who is going to be taking some time to spend with his family. But again, he will still be teaching at Point-Jefferson, along with being the head boys and girls golf coach. Now, some other accolades before the awards came out. It was announced that Adam Grasshoff has now broken the single season offensive rebound record. The previous record was 91. Adam had 95 this year, so he is the new record holder. He also, last year, he broke the record for most blocks in a season with 43. So in his junior and senior seasons, Adam Grasshoff has gone ahead and broken two Husky records that stood for a long time there. He's also moved up onto seventh all-time for total rebounds with 424 for his career. So those are some amazing feats for Adam. Congratulations to him. The All-Conference DAC 12 awards were announced, and Adam was the only one from Elk Point Jefferson to make it onto the All-Conference teams. He was named to the third team as well. So again, congratulations to Adam for all of those accolades, for breaking a new record, bumping a couple people around in the Husky record books as well, taking his place again once again with 95 offensive rebounds for the season. Again, last year he broke the school blocks record with 43 on the season. Now, the team awards that were given out, we will start with the CJV teams. The JV MVP was Cannon Kempf. Cannon had a great season, what I was able to see of it, and he played for both the C and JV teams. So Cannon has got a big future ahead of him in the next couple of years for Husky Athletics. Definitely he's going to be one to watch. The Scout Team MVP, now for those of you who don't know what the Scout Team is, they are the ones that go up against the starters day in and day out and run the other team's plays. And they are critical in the preparation for every home game. I mean, football has a Scout Team, volleyball I'm sure does as well, because every team has their tendencies, every team runs their own plays. So it's really important for coaches to use these scout teams to prepare their first team offenses and defenses in football, and to prepare the first team in general in basketball, all your starting five, to get them ready for the games week in and week out. So the Scout Team MVP was named Jake Lichtenberg, was the Scout Team MVP. So congratulations to Jake for winning that award. Now moving on to the Varsity Team Awards. They started out with the most improved player, and this is one that I really do agree with. Bryce Moore was named most improved player. Now all of these team awards were voted on by the players themselves. The coaches have no say in these awards. And so these are the players really voting on these themselves. And I mean, there were a lot of hard decisions this year, but congratulations to Bryce Moore. Bryce's game really did improve from the first game that we broadcast all the way through the end of the season. and even into that first round loss at T. Now, Mr. Motivation was given to Miles Harity. Miles always had a smile on his face, was always looking to motivate the team, no matter what the situation was. I spoke a little bit last night as well, and I brought up the 46-point loss to the Tanagers back in January, and then 2 days later, the Huskies came back and beat Akron Westfield 70-32. Now, when I said in my remarks is that any team, a lot of teams would have taken that 46-point loss, and it could have carried on and carried over 2, 3, 4 games down the road. But the Huskies were able to pull it back together within a night. I mean, they had a day between games. They played on January 21st for the Tanagers, and then they played the Westerners of Akron Westfield on the 23rd, and then came back and beat them just heartily, to be totally honest with you. Now, there is going to be a rematch this year in Iowa at Akron Westfield. You can check out the posts on the Husky Report Facebook page. I'm working on the schedules right now. So, but congratulations to Miles for getting Mr. Motivation. He kept that team motivated all season long. I completely agree with the players on this one. The Mr. Hustle Award was given to Chris Nelson. Chris was always moving, always diving after those loose balls. He was up and down the court all season long. While he wasn't really a starter per se, he did, when he did get into those games, he was one of the players that they could depend on to dive after those loose balls. He would not stop. You would never see him walking up and down the court. So the Mr. Hustle Award went to Chris Nelson. The next award that was given out was Mr. Dedication, and that went to Tyler Gehring. Coach Otkin talked about Tyler, how he was always one of the first to get there into the gym and usually the last to leave, always wanting to work on his game. And Tyler, you could see improvement throughout the season as well. I mean, really, this entire team, from C all the way up to varsity, you could see improvement by each of these players this season. So, I mean, you could have probably given an award to every single member of this team, no matter what level they were playing on. But Mr. Dedication went to Tyler Gehring. Now, Mr. Defense went to Riley Schmitz. Riley was the one who was usually called on to guard the other team's best player. So, let's say, for example, in the Dakota Valley game, Riley was called on to guard Paul Bruns. And Paul still has 1 year left, so he is going to harass us once again this coming season. But players like that, Riley got the call to guard them, and it was his job to make sure that they were not getting many touches on the ball. They were not handling that ball. They were not getting good shots out. So, congratulations to Riley for getting the Mr. Defense Award from the team. Mr. Leadership went to Mr. Ethan Hammett. Ethan, every single time you saw him go into the huddle, every single time you saw him come out onto the court, there was never a negative emotion on his face. His body language was always positive. The team really did notice that throughout the season, and that is something that Coach Jake Otkin really highlighted, because he really did lead this team through all the ups and downs of the season. Now, I mean, they did improve their win record, and now that's going to give the Huskies motivation moving into this 2020-2021 season. So we're going to see where they're going to do. But the Huskies are really going to miss that leadership from Ethan Hammett. But I'm really excited to see which of the juniors are going to step up and take over in his role this coming year. Finally, the most valuable player, the MVP award for the season. This was a no-brainer to, I think, all the players, all the coaches, all the fans. It went to Adam Grassoff. Adam was in every single play. It did not matter where on the court he was. Most of the time you would see him down below in the paint trying to get that rebound, trying to get that loose ball. And, I mean, yeah, there were a lot of fouls called on Adam, I will say that, and a lot of ticky-tack fouls in my opinion. But that just comes from being a key player, especially with how big he is. Adam being 6'7", and a very, very big physical player. I mean, Adam was always going after balls, no matter what. So, I mean, you would see him go up against these 6'5", 6'6" kids, and they still couldn't outmuscle him. Even some of the taller players that we faced this year, the 6'9", 6'10" kids, they still couldn't outmuscle the ball away from Adam. So the most valuable player award went to Adam Grassoff. Congratulations to him again. I mean, he has had a lot of accolades given to him this season. The Academic All-State Awards were also announced. James Lichtenberg, Miles Harity, Adam Grassoff, Bryce Moore, Chris Nelson were all named Academic All-State. Congratulations to you guys on those honors as well. And finally, Coach Jake Otkins said that the word of the summer and the next season going forward is going to be encouragement. Now, the Huskies bought into this new family mentality that Jake put into place, and it truly showed, because no matter what the situation was, the Huskies really did act like they were a family on and off the court. They were always there to help each other. They were always there willing to buy into that mentality. They were looking out for each other. They were working with each other. And so family is now going to lead into encouragement. So you are always encouraging your family, is something Coach Jake Otkins said. So I think it's a great transition there as well. So again, the Husky boys basketball athletic awards were handed out last night via a Zoom conference. Coach Jake Otkins said many times that he wished that they could have done it in person. I wish they could have done it in person. It would have been great to have been down there. But still, at least we were able to get some type of an award ceremony in before graduation. There were several players who weren't able to be there for conflicting reasons. But needless to say, I think the future of Husky basketball is going to be bright, and that they are going to turn some heads coming up next year. So again, congratulations to all the award winners. Congratulations to the coaching staff for a great year turning it around. We wish Coach Kelly Haberling a lot of luck, and congratulations on the new addition to your family, Coach. We hope that everything goes smoothly from here on out. So for the Husky Report, I'm Mark Krebs, your voice of the Huskies all season long. We will talk to you again soon.